definition, relationship is a noun, and it is the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected, or the state of being connected. When you have relations with somebody, once you establish a connection, you are therefore in a relationship. It's your girl j.sym back with it with my bestie Nessa. We're gonna have all her social handles, the card to her YouTube channel, all that around here somewhere. And so, y'all feel me? Is what I usually say, but today you are going to feel me because we're gonna be doing our makeup, and the topic of this video is relationships. And we're going to discuss why, when you have relations with somebody, once you establish a connection, you're therefore in a relationship.
And I know I probably look a little ashy. That's because
we did our brows
before.
And so, by definition, relationship is a noun, and it is the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected, or the state of being connected. So, by definition, any type of relations you have with anything, anybody, is a relationship. And we're gonna have water because we're gonna be talking
a lot.
We have a lot to say.
We can show you our makeup look that we're doing.
Yes.
Of course, we can add a twist to it or whatever, but this is the basis of what we're going for.
Yeah. And so, we don't have the same eyeshadow palettes, so essentially we're going to be using the same colors. I have the 24A Artist Pass palette.
I have the Juvias Place Zulu palette, the Saharan palette, and I have Afrique palette in Juvias Place.
I'm just now getting into colors, so I really only have one palette.
So that's why we're doing this today,
yeah,
because
I'm working on getting more comfortable with colors.
So yeah, basically with relationships, it could be anything. It could be friendships, acquaintances,
like,
at work relationships,
any
casual relationships.
Really, even if you talk to a stranger in line at the grocery store, you have established a relationship with them. And so what made me want to do this video is, if you use the CoStar and the Pattern app and you're into astrology and stuff, it tells you like your life patterns based on the time you were born.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's like accurate.
It's scarily accurate. So if you still don't believe in this, like, I mean, it's okay to have your doubts, but like, don't ignore hard, concrete evidence. And yes, sometimes the horoscopes only, like, depending on where you're looking at it, they do only touch on the surface level. So of course you'll be like, yeah, all this stuff sound the same. But pattern, and like, if you really read and study it and look into it, yeah, it's legit. The first one, because we each have our own individual patterns, and then we share a pattern. So I am a romantic, and I'm impractical, romantic and impractical. That sounds like a hurtful combo.
I have fears and hesitation and unpredictable or unique.
That's the one that we share, the unpredictable or unique one. Like, and we have notes on our phone, so if you see us looking down,
that's
what we're reading. It says, so the main summary of the romantic and impractical one, it is, in your relationship experiences, you have a pattern that makes it hard to be practical about your partner or see them clearly. You're trusting and may assume their intentions are inherently good and they feel just as deeply as strongly as you do. But that's not always the case.
We will be focused. This is first video and it's only gonna get better from here. So this is our first video like this, so let's hope so. Don't be a hater.
Alright. We want to follow you, so.
You wanna follow me?
Yes, because I'm a little scared.
Don't be scared. See, this is the main reason why we're doing this.
Yeah.
Because you can't be
Because I don't want to look like a clown.
You're not gonna look like a clown.
Okay, let me get all my blending brushes, all my eyeshadow brushes on deck.
I have to look for my blue.
My one palette.
It's okay. Your one palette has like all of the colors. So I'm going in the Afrique palette and I'm going to be using, I think this is French and I can't say it and I'm not gonna mess it up, but it's this really bright blue.
I was about to try because I took some French, but it's a little hard to say.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You are so scary. Okay, but back to the pattern.
It says for me, more than others, it's important that I get to know that person because when I'm interested in somebody, I tend to get, okay. I'm so scared.
Yikes.
I tend to get a little invested in them and I get attached. And it really be hard for me to separate myself. I feel like I'm stalling.
We'll talk and do your makeup.
Oh my God.
Because you haven't even put the eyeshadow on.
Okay. You read some of yours.
Because,
So
bro, look at me.
read some of yours so I can catch up.
And this is from My Fears and Hesitation. It says, you're looking for a partner who's focused on you and craves your attention. And lately, it's been like intimacy now, growing up, and being in the dating world. It's like, that's what I crave more than something like casual. And remember me saying that, it's gonna tie into that. It's gonna say something about that. Pattern is be attacking, first of all.
Oh yeah.
Pattern
If
be
you feel like
attacking.
pattern be attacking you, like this video.
Like the video. Actually, you need to go get a pattern if you don't have one.
Right. Make
And
sure you have your birth certificate on deck because
it's gonna get into all
it's
of
gonna
that.
ask you the exact time that you were born.
You want someone who knows how to relax and hang out without being distracted. They're receptive to what you have to offer and able to be present with you in the moment. So, which is literally what I described to my friends about in relationships that I've been in.
When I was talking earlier about how people fail to realize relations are relationships, I forgot to mention love languages because there are 5 categories of love languages. They are acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, words of affirmation, and physical touch. My most primary love language is physical touch. So when I have relations with somebody, though he is not my boyfriend, he be touching on me. So when he gives me hugs and kisses and we cuddle and all that stuff, because that's my love language, and if I like him, it's what makes the feelings accumulate and develop.
I feel like my love languages are quality time, words of affirmation, and acts of service. Acts of service used to not be a love language of mine, but according to my granddad and my stepdad, they aren't like really touchy-feely people or the type to share their emotions like that, but they do stuff for you, and that just lets you know that they love you. I had to learn that, because I be thinking that folks are just nonchalant when really their love language is a bit different.
Yeah. And so I like acts of service too. I mean, I feel like all of those love languages are my love language, but everybody doesn't always do them like acts of service. I do, okay, some of it is I'm very independent and I like to do things for myself. Some things, I feel like though you're not my boyfriend, you can still like have some human decency, but then maybe that's not their love language.
Yeah.
So back to the makeup. Well, my camera overheated.
We had a little bit of technical difficulty.
So while we were gone, I finished the blue, and we have the blue, and then we have like the green and the.
I'm gonna see.
I ain't never did my cut crease like that before. I'm getting a little scared.
Don't get scared. Stop it. Y'all, she literally doesn't do color like that.
My birthday look was the most color I have ever used. Like, this is far out I'm going, because I'm scared to do all the way out like that, like you. Ooh, I like that.
And
So,
we are
because this is going to take a lot of concentration, we are going to go ahead and read to you. We're just gonna y'all up on each other like this, and me. We're gonna do me. This is me being my romantic and impractical side. I don't have boundaries, and I give everything without a thought if I feel them enough. I'm prone to ignoring their downsides and projecting onto them kinder, gentler personalities than they actually have. I elevate them so dramatically, I'm unaware of what's right in front of me. Because of this, I tend to attract people who are not right for me.
Yikes.
Yikes, yikes, yikes AF. It says because you can't see them clearly. And I wind up in dramatic and confusing situations, like for filth, read me for filth. In other aspects of my life, I'm completely savvy. Hold on, let me brag on myself right quick, because your girl is a University of Alabama graduate with her bachelor's science degree in psychology on a minor in biology, field pre-physician assistant. GPA is like a 3.597. Like, come on, bro, you could have just said 3.6. And graduated cum laude. But my love life sucks. Because I am unaware of the kind of person I'm attracting because of these qualities, because they know I'm a baddie. Okay, I am not somebody who's just I'm humble. I feel like I'm modest and humble when I need to be, but like I know what I have going for myself. And I feel like other people do too. Because of these other qualities, I'm unaware of what kind of person I'm attracting. And because I consider myself responsible for fulfilling my partner's needs, I tend to sacrifice my own, and this leads to relationships that are codependent, meaning my happiness is in their hands, which sucks. It is my last one. My capacity to love so unconditionally is so beautiful, but it's important that I create these boundaries.
So, mine says,
this is fears and hesitations. Bless you.
You're looking for a partner capable of fully accepting the person you are. They won't try to change you. Having a strong physical attraction and chemistry are priorities, but the experiences you tend to may have faced in the past are often disappointing. Your expectations aren't met and you don't feel taken care of in the way you hoped, and that is a fact. It's happened plenty of times.
Oh, that hurt me.
It's possible that it's created a wound so deep that being hurt emotionally is all you know and what you've come to expect from a relationship. Which kind of is how I used to view relationships because of my past relationships. Heartbreak hurts. They should be hard to get over. If you're able to identify and deal with a difficult childhood dynamic, then you may be able to choose differently as an adult, but past experiences may continue to affect your current relationships and influence the way you engage with your partner. The relationship becomes all about their needs and vanity. They might look good, but your interaction is shallow. There's potential for sex to feel casual or empty because your partners are afraid of connecting authentically. It seems to be immune to your will, strength, and logic, and you can't detach from it or pretend it doesn't matter. Or see any signs of your partner trying to control you. You're quick to shut down. Own these qualities rather than allow your happiness to be dependent on your partner's behavior. The qualities you're attracted to already exist inside you. You have the capacity to do this for yourself. And that's what I learned this year. Not even just in an intimate relationship, but in any relationship, a friendship, any of my family, workship, that goes for everything. I don't have to make anybody feel that I'm worthy because I know that. And it only go up from here.
Back with it. Okay, so basically we're just gonna talk about our relationship experiences dealing with what we just read to you. I'm gonna talk about my first relationship in college because that changed me and molded me to the baddie I am today. He would not believe me if you told him, but I was deeply like in love with him, like everything about him, even the bad parts. In the mentality that we were not in a relationship, I won't say that I always respected him, maybe how he, because like, and he would say we're not in a relationship. Another thing that guys always do, they'll be like, we're in a relationship, but as soon as you do something they don't like, it's like, you shouldn't have done that. Now I can't be with you. Like,
I feel like that's
you just said we were not in a relationship. So that's trash. He was very headstrong. And I'm not even just talking about him. I'm talking about guys in general. Like, they will adamantly be like, you're not my girlfriend, you're not my girlfriend. But then they don't want you doing anything that they wouldn't want their girlfriends doing. So it's like, you have to choose.
My past relationship. This was like in high school. I would try to do stuff on my own and he'd be like, you are so selfish. Like, why you doing this and that? And I'm like, boy, I gotta get my stuff together. We not gonna be together all the time or all throughout this period. I knew that for a fact because number one, he was cheating on me. He was cheating on me. I was just like, at that point to where it was just, dude, I'm not gonna care if you cheat on me because you don't want to stay committed to what we got going on. So why would I even put myself through that shit?
Your life has to keep going. If you don't want to move with us, we have to move without you. And that should go both ways, like for men and women. If any guys are watching this and your guy or your girl is not moving with you, you have to move without them.
You have to let them go. That is for everybody. Because don't nobody want to stay in a position where you being mistreated all the time. That gets tiring and trying to fix it. But that goes without saying. Some people want to save it.
Another mistake I feel like I made while I was in my relationship is when somebody shows you who they are, please believe them. No, not to say that people cannot change. I was like, wait, come here, bring your face. Okay, so while we were gone, I had to catch up with her because I'm moving a lot slower than she is. I'm a little timid, but that's okay. It's okay. Before the camera cut out, I was getting into like, yes, people change. And so just because that guy is in his ways at that point in time does not mean that he won't change and he won't try and do better. And so that's all I like to see. I like to see change. Somebody who's trying to be better than they want to.
But one who doesn't want change, you can't make them change.
That's the problem. And you can't.
Like, as much as you try, you cannot make that man or that woman change. You just can't. Because number one, they have to want that for themselves.
Want it.
And if they don't, you can't do nothing about it. And if you choose to live with that, that's your choice. We gotta make ourselves accountable for what we getting ourselves into.
Because I will say, my feelings was hurt, but I held on a lot longer than I should have. All the relationships I had since then have been pretty shallow, except for this very last one that I don't know or not. I feel like it pretty much is over because if you're wondering if something's over, then it is. It is. If you have to question it, it's over with. People know what they want. When somebody wants something, you won't have to question it because they're gonna go for it. We want all the color.
All that color packed in.
Nessa is about to read off the unpredictable or unique, because we share this pattern when we look in our relationships. And when it said it, I was like, oh yeah, because I want somebody who stands out, like make me notice you.
Yes.
Like I want to have fun. I'm adventurous, so I need somebody who I feel like brings that to the relationship.
So on pattern, it says there's something unconventional about your relationship experiences and the people that you tend to date. You find yourself having many short-lived connections, or you're a serial monogamist, but your relationships are often unique or different in some way.
Always.
Which is true. Your partners are offbeat or original, and you're drawn to those type of personalities. Me and her basically are drawn to those type of personalities. And we look, like she said, we're looking for people to stand out, to show us like something different other than
like the typical guy.
Right.
But the only thing with that is
It can make or break.
Yes, make or break. Cause baby, some of these boys be crazy. Crazy.
If their ideal doesn't match up with ours, we tend to project that to them, so they can
basically the same thing is said on the other one. I project a lot. I try to make people who I want them to be instead of who they are, and that's why I be getting them.
The partners we choose are kind of hard to control or prone to taking abrupt action. That's more like toxic, because they say with that, you tend to be more intrigued, and their unpredictability means that they don't always consider your feelings. And instead of instability in your relationship, that could be your relationship developing in a unique fashion.
Meaning, like, instead people meet the boy, meet the girl, go out on dates, like gradually start to like each other more. That's usually what happens, but I feel like what it's saying is like we kind of skip around a bit and kind of get jiggy with it as we go.
Because the pattern that we've already been on can make it difficult to commit in a traditional way or for extended periods of time. Bruh. See, pattern be attacking.
Like, because the guy that I've been involved with, I met him last July. So it's been it's longevity. But when you think about it, in a typical relationship, people be together for years. And so it hasn't even been a year yet. And I'm just like,
yeah. But leading up to that, you blame this pattern on the unpredictable behavior.
it's not their fault, actually.
But it's something inside of you that's contributing to it. Oh, my thing so bad. Watermelon extract came on. I'ma just leave it.
It's alright. Now we should go pretty quickly.
The hard part
is finished. Bonito.
Bonito. Bonito.
Right there.
2 packs of cuties.
My camera's gonna overheat. It's just what it's gonna do. I just want to brag on my friend right quick, because she really did that. I'm gonna get on her level soon, very soon, but y'all make sure y'all subscribe to her. Concluding statements. We're gonna summarize what we said. Remember, once you establish a connection, I'm using the Stellar highlighter palette by Morphe.
Carly Bible palette, and all I use is the highlighters at the bottom. That's it, because they're bomb.
This is the whole highlighter palette. Ooh, it's pink. I'm gonna put pink and purple highlight on. Anyways. So remember, once a connection is established, it is therefore a relationship. So do not forget that part. When you have feelings, don't be mad at yourself for having feelings, because girl, you are human. Guy, you're human. And like the other party needs to realize that too.
Like you have feelings and they're valid enough for you to show them.
Yes, and even the party that's trying to be like, we're not in a relationship, you have feelings too. I feel like a lot of people, when they realize they're starting to catch feelings, they get like a little scared because they was like, this ain't how this was supposed to go. And yeah, but, and I said this, me, her, and a lot of girls we know, we are women that you're gonna catch feelings for. So when it happens, don't be acting scared. Just let it happen. When you try and fight the feelings, it creates tension within yourself, mentally, physically. You become uneasy because you're trying to fight something that happened. It's supposed to happen naturally. That's when people be getting anxiety and stuff, and that's when the issues stem, because you're trying to fight something that's happening naturally.
It just doesn't work like that.
It doesn't
at all.
It don't. We want to act like we can control our feelings, but it don't work like that. Now, needless to say, you can't look. You can't see it.
Ooh, yes, you can. Needless to say, if it doesn't feel right in your spirit, let it go.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Yeah, if it doesn't feel right in your spirit, let it go. The thing is to not try and fight the feelings. It's to be smart with them. Be smart with the feelings, because don't be stupid. Don't be blinded by love. That's when it creates the biggest issues, because you try to ignore the things that you don't need to be ignoring because you have feelings. You're gonna have to ignore those feelings and act with your brain instead of your heart. Okay, pretty much that's all I have to say about that. Does the highlight look better now? I know I need to use this brush. Where is it? Look at that shit, look.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Gave myself chills. Yeah, I went a little crazy with the highlight because I was feeling what I was saying. I was feeling it.
Is it? So ladies, just be smart. It's okay to have feelings. Just be smart. Wait, I almost caught a cramp. We're gonna Ooh. Yeah, that should be good. Come closer, cheek to cheek. Did you put on lip gloss? Freak.
Lips dry as fuck.
It's still juicy though. I love this look. Me too.
Her rug, uncomfortable.
She needs to stop talking about me. There's nothing.
It's not even hers.
It's not mine, but I feel a connection. Well, it's been in this house for 2 years, as long as I've been here, so it's still uncomfortable. Your girl would never have done this without her. And now I'm gonna be in the club, but that's so long.
It takes a lot of practice and patience.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, cause like if you like this content, it's gonna be more like it coming. And make sure you subscribe to her YouTube too.
Nessa
and share. Thanks for watching.